admin, you are creating some field from the front end, right? You are creating some object from the front end, right? When I say front end, yeah. So when I say front end, you are using your setup object manager. From there, you are creating this object, right?
Yes.
So in the code, programmatically, I'll use this API name to handle such things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
clear?
Yeah.
You are not sharing your screen.
Me. Maybe.
Hello.
Let me reshare again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. So all I'm saying is this API name is a handle that a developer can use to customize the code. Whatever objects, fields created by admin, he can refer to that using this API name. We call it as a handle, programming handle. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So using this only, I can say Swiggy order underscore C dot. Then I'll say Swiggy order ID is equal to 123. Then you do this job. Like that, I will write a code, right? So this is my programming handle. Okay. Now open this Swiggy order object. Okay. Now I said there will be four fields which is created. How will you verify? You can go to your fields and relationships. Okay. So created by, last modified by, right, owner and Swiggy order ID, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now click Swiggy order ID. I told you it is a custom field, right?
Yes.
Okay. See this? Okay. It's not available here. Go back, go back. Okay. Now, do you see the last modified and all other fields? Okay. Now go
Yes.
to page layouts. Okay. There is one layout which is created by Salesforce itself. As soon as you create a custom object, this is created automatically. Clear? Any
Yes.
questions so far?
No.
Okay. Now let's go back. Be here, be here. I want you to add one more field called as based on our business. First, we
Mm-hmm.
have added Swiggy order ID. Then, since we are at the start of this concept, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how to create relationships in Salesforce?
Yeah. Yes.
What are the various types of relationships in Salesforce?
There is a lookup relationship
Okay,
and master detail and external.
beautiful, beautiful. Okay, done. So, if you know relationship very well, then I can ask you to create other object and then we can start relating. But if you say I do not know relationship, I have to cover that and then until I cover, that's a concept that comes in the middle, right? Not in the first, right? So
Yeah.
first I have to explain all those things, then we have to create. So until that point of time, I'll create some dummy fields like customer name and all other things. But if you say Ashwin, no, I know relationship very well, I can handle it. We can go fast. Then I'll go fast. How do you want to do?
Yeah. I know the relationships.
Beautiful. So I'm going to create a relationship between account and contact for maybe primarily contact. Swiggy orders mostly based on B2C, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do contact. Okay, we'll do a relationship between Swiggy order and contact. Okay, now we'll do that later. So customer name, you will do it based on the relationship. Fine. So we have already the order ID. Now, what is the next thing? We need the email address, phone number, and all. We'll do like a formula, or we will even put it like in this object itself. In Swiggy order itself, we'll have the customer details. Just it's not a real world project, right? In a real
Mm-hmm.
world project, you should have it in the contact object where you have all the details related to a customer in the contact object. Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll start with the main things for Swiggy order. Can you create a field where I want to select the food items? Create a field called as food item, and I want to select all the food items. Okay. What field will you use?
Multi-select pick list.
Beautiful. That's all. Go ahead and select it. Put it. Just for our convenience, right? Can you just call it as food item one, or you just say main course, then side dish? Okay, create it as pick list instead of a multi-select. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Add to pick list, main course, and then side dish. No, no, no. Call this as main course. Main course. Yeah. Then give the values. Give some favorite, whatever you like, you can give it here. Some 4 to 5 items. Okay. Now, do you know what is this restrict? I'm not displaying, I mean, I'm not talking about these first two check boxes. These are a very cosmetics one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very simple ones. Okay. We'll talk about the third one, very important one. But do you know what does this checkbox mean? What does it mean?
There is some global pick list, so we are just
No,
restricting that, right?
no. There is no relationship between global and this last checkbox.
Okay.
What is it called? Any idea?
No.
So, if you check this checkbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I said, admin is a half developer, right?
Yes.
So, if he checks this checkbox, what will happen is that the developers or anyone, even we can even add some values from even from other areas, right? So, to the pick list or from the coding, from the development. So, in order to avoid that, we can
Mm-hmm.
use this checkbox. For example, if I can even when I'm doing a data import, right? If I use data loader or data exporter or importer, sorry, data importer, I can import some values via Excel to this one, right?
Yeah.
So when I add a value, for example, you give sambar is biryani, fried rice, curd rice. If I say maybe it's tomato rice, if I add it in the Excel, it will automatically get added. But if you don't want such pollution into your pick list, you can restrict it. But if you think users can add values to pick list, you can check this checkbox. If you check it, nobody will be able to add values to it, even from the development coding side, right? It
Yeah.
will throw an error. But if you uncheck this, people will be sufficiently be able to play with this pick list. Okay? Yeah. Let it
Understand.
be restricted. Yeah. Now come down, click on next. You know the remaining and all, right? Required default value. Yeah. Click on
Yeah.
next. Okay. Yeah. So this is a permission set, right? Sorry, field level
Okay.
security is something very important, right? When you are adding something new to Salesforce, anything that you add, it will ask whatever, how should I configure the security, right? The
Yeah.
same thing it is asking you.
So far, let me give for everything.
Yeah, yeah, that's okay. Click on next. Okay. So since there is only one layout, it is automatically checked it. Okay. Yeah.
One more, right?
Okay. So, yes. So we have created the main course. Create the side dishes. Okay.
Let me add as veg and non-veg, if you don't mind. Or what can I add?
No, whatever values you want. Just add any values. Yeah.
Okay.
Done?
Yes.
Okay. Now go back to your application. Okay. Open Swiggy order record and give some values for these quick list. We go to the previous order and just enter those values here. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Done.
Yes.
Okay. Now you know how to create a custom object. You know how to create a custom field. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's add a few more fields. So we
Mm-hmm.
have added the main course, side dish. We'll take care of the customer name, his delivery address, and all those things, right? Okay. Now, can we add one more object? Okay, I need an object where I need to choose the restaurant, right? Basically, to Swiggy, they are the vendor or they are the restaurant, right? So
Yes.
we'll create one more object called as restaurants. Restaurant and restaurants. Okay. Object name restaurants. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Let it be restaurant name itself. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Enable all of them. Now come down. Launch new tab wizard and then save. Done.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you add, actually in the real world, what will we do? We will keep the restaurant items, okay, in the restaurant object itself. But what did we do? We kept it in the Swiggy order. We have to first create Swiggy order, we have to create restaurant, and within restaurant, we have to create those restaurant main course and the side dishes. Because one restaurant will have something as main dish and side dish, whereas the other restaurant might not have the same thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have to, based on the restaurant, it will be changed. But in our, since we are just working on some close to real world things, we are not actually doing what real businesses will do, right? But concept is real world concepts, and implementation is real world implementation with slight, maybe 80 percentage to 90 percentage. We are doing like that. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Now we have added the restaurant, right? Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
let's add few more fields in restaurant. Go to fields and relationship. Okay. Now, you know how Swiggy operates, right? It is going to have some restaurants which is included in its under its board, right? Under its panel, they add all these restaurants, and then they get some commission, right?
Yeah.
For example, if it is biryani, they maybe if biryani cost around 350, then Swiggy will charge somewhere around 380, right? So assume that they are having a fixed commission. Maybe for restaurant, any item that they order, customer pays. Swiggy gets 10 percentage commission. Okay. In
Yeah.
such case, let me add a new field called as um, vendor price. Okay. Or just say vendor commission. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's make it as maybe somewhere around, let it be a number. Okay.
Okay.
Let the data type be as a number, not a percentage. Yeah. Click on next. Call it as commission. Simply call it as commission. Yeah. Commission. Clear? Okay. Click on next. Done. Save. Beautiful. Then, okay. So let's go to Swiggy order now. Okay. Now, can you create a relationship? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just asked you to simply go to Swiggy order. Okay. I'm just giving you a click on setup home. I'm going to give you a task now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all. Now, I want you to create a relationship between Swiggy order and contact. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationship field, the name should be customer name because customer is the one who is creating the record, I mean, the order, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and one more relationship between Swiggy order and vendor. Do it properly, right? You know how to do it, right?
Yes.
Let me see how you're doing it. Yeah. Think and do it. Take time. Think about the rules and regulations. Think whether it should be lookup or master detail. Based on that, you think and do.
So I just want to create a relationship between Swiggy order to contact, right?
Correct, correct. One of them should be master and detail. Okay. Amongst this, you should
Mm-hmm.
create one of them as master and detail relationship. Okay. Or make it both of them as master and detail. Yeah. Think and do. Which one should be the master? Think one. Which one should be the detail? Think and do.
Swiggy order must be the master, right?
You think, and finally decide. Don't decide it now. I'll give you some 5 minutes of time. Think all the possibilities, and then let me know. First, do for Swiggy order and contact. Between
Okay.
these two, which one should be master? Which one should be detail?
Contact should be the master
Why?
because in Swiggy order we are going to.
In Swiggy order, we are going to order something, huh? What?
So when we are ordering something in Swiggy, so it has to fetch the contact.
Okay, but why can't I make Swiggy order as a master? Why not?
But in Salesforce, there is some restrictions, right? Only standard objects can be a master.
Beautiful. Good. Okay. Whatever you said, both points are right. Okay. So first, when you are creating an order, you will select the parent, right? When
Yes.
some, let's say, your child goes to one of your neighbor's house or somebody unknown, right? In your street, it goes to somebody unknown's house. What will they ask first? First, they will invite the child and then say, "Hey, where are you coming from? Who's your parents?" Right?
Yes.
The second question they ask immediately is, "Who's your parent? Whose child are you?" Right?
Yeah.
So many time when you are dealing with a child, the immediate question, mandatory question will be, "Who's your parent?" So the moment I'm creating an order, if I'm a Swiggy employee, I'm creating an order for my customer, I have to select the customer. It's not that I'm creating order for myself and my friends in my office and eating it, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing it as a business. So I have to select the customer first. So customer becomes the contact becomes the master. So go ahead and do it, please. Yeah. Hey, stop, stop. Why are you doing it in Swiggy order?
Now, if a contact is in a parent, then I have to fetch from child, right?
Correct. I was just testing you. So you should always create the relationship field in the child object. Clear?
Yeah.
Okay. Then only the field, the parent field will be created in the child object. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
Any relationship field should be created only in the child object. Why are you creating a lookup relationship first? I asked you to create master and detail, na? Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking.
Create master and detail, na?
Okay.
Click on next. Yeah.
So what's the child relationship name should be?
It can be just Swiggy underscore orders, no problem. Leave it.
Okay.
But this field name, right? I want it to be as customer name. What happened? It's scolding you. Why is it scolding?
It says like we can't directly create a master detail relationship, but if you
Hmm.
want, we have to create first as a lookup.
Okay. So you need to split this into three steps. First, you have to create a lookup relationship. Then you have to populate the lookup field with the parent value, right? Then you
Mm-hmm.
have to change the relationship to master and detail. Now, why are you getting this error actually? Do you know why? Because You have some data in your child object. Have you traveled to other country?
Other country? No.
No? Okay. But you know, right, where if you need to travel to other country, you need to get visa.
Yes.
If you need to get visa to Saudi Arabia, you know what are the regulations and rules that you have to follow in their country? You should not spit in the road. You should not eat outside during the month of Ramzan. Right? These
Mm-hmm.
are all some restrictions. There are a lot of restrictions in Saudi Arabia, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to whatever country, you have to follow their rules. Now, first you have to, when there is a record in your object, right, child object, if you're
Mhm.
creating a master and detail, you have to first create a lookup relationship. That is the first step. Look at the second condition. Populate the lookup field with data in all records. What data? It's not telling you. It should populate the data with what data?
Look
In
of it.
all the child records, it should link the child and parent. Why? Because from lookup to lookup relationship, you are going to convert it to master and detail. From one country, you are going to another country. So, master and detail relationship, what is the difference between lookup and master and detail relationship?
Uh,
Lookup relationship field, the relationship field is not a mandatory one.
yes.
When I create a child record, I can either give the parent record or I can say get lost and save it. But in master and detail, if I don't give the parent value, Salesforce will say get lost and don't create the record, right?
Yes.
So when I'm converting from lookup to master and detail, I have to map all the child records, even if there are 1 lakh records or 1 million records. I have to go to all those 1 million records and update who is its parent. Why? Because I'm moving to a country where they are making the mandate, I mean, the parent relationship field, the master and data relationship field, parent is mandatory, right? So I have
Mm.
to give it. Then only visa will get processed, right? So
Yes.
third step is where you can change it to master and detail. So now you can ask me a question, hey boss, how can I go to all 1 lakh records and update the parent? Right? I can't do manually. So for that only we have all this data export and all these things, right?
Yeah.
Import and export. So you first have to export it, then you have to add these using import. You have to update it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Now let's do the process. Do you know how to do this now from here?
Yes.
Try to do it.
Now I have to create lookup field, or else I
Yes.
have to delete the record, right? So only the two options.
Don't delete the record. That's not a good practice.
Okay.
I mean,
No, just
some
I'm
students
telling
will
the way.
say, my trainer told to delete the record and they'll go to staging or production and they'll delete the record. No.
No, no, I'm just saying like to
Yeah, yeah.
complete.
First, create lookup relationship, then convert. Okay.
Yeah.
Contact. Yeah. So like this, you have to learn it practically. You should understand why, what, how. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what is the process? First step is
Now
done. Second
mm,
step, you have
I
to populate the child record. You have to map the child record with the parent record. You have to declare for this child, this one is the parent. Okay, you are lucky. On a one click of refresh, you got it. Sometimes you have to log out and log in.
yes. No, actually even sometimes even if I get log out and log in, it takes time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure whether it's a cache time or a sometimes. So okay.
Okay. Okay. Done. Now go to the third step. What is the third step? You
Now
have met
I'm
all the visa regulations. Third one is to process the visa, right?
yes.
Good. Change field type in the top itself is there. You're going to convert it from lookup to master. Select master. Yes. Next to save it. Or you can even save directly. That's all. Done.
Yes.
Now simply go wait. Don't do anything. Just click and wait. Click. Click the screen. Third tab. Don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
See, customer name is not mandatory. Now
Yeah.
refresh. See what happens. Click on edit. Refresh again. Sometimes it might not show up, but when you save, you will get an error. Okay. Delete it. Yeah. Now save. See here. Why? Because it is required. Right. Done.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now, like this, can you create one for our restaurant? Good. You are making my job easy.
So from Swiggy, I have to select the restaurant, right?
Correct. Do you know how to create formula fields?
Yeah, from trial edge I have worked.
Okay. I'll give simple formulas now, not
Mm-hmm.
big one. Referential formula. You know what is meant by referential formula?
Differential formula is a new term I'm hearing.
Okay. Okay.
What should be the field name?
Oh, you have to select the restaurant only, right? So
Yeah.
let it be restaurant itself. Or if you want to make it very clear for your user, select the restaurant. You can even type select the restaurant, something like that. But this is fine. Today's user are very smart. Yeah. Next step. And again, you are going to get some scolding now. Okay, you are creating a lookup, is it? Okay,
Yes.
great. Now convert it to master and detail. Or let it be lookup itself. Okay, leave it. Now you know the concept, right?
Yes.
So lookup is fine. Yeah. Okay, but even in lookup, can I have a mandatory relationship field? Is that possible?
Mandatory relationship required one, right? I think in our page layout we can make it as required.
Not in page layout. Here itself, if you click on edit, right? Click on edit, and here you will have an option to make it as required,
Check
which will
this.
make the relationship field as mandatory. So it will behave like master and detail, right?
Okay.
And do you
Yes.
know what is this? What to do if the lookup record is deleted? Uncheck this checkbox. What is this do? The two options. There is some question, right? Can you explain what is that?
Yeah.
What are those two things?
When there is a lookup, right? So parent and child work differently. Like it won't depend. So when we take it as Swiggy and restaurant, so it will ask me once if the Swiggy order is deleted, as per the business law, whether restaurant order can be cancelled or not. So this works depend on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I like here I have to mention whether the records can be deleted or don't want to delete.
Correct. So what will happen if I select the first one?
So it will delete both records. Like if parent is deleted, then child also will be deleted.
No. What will happen if I select the first radio button option? Okay, leave that. That may be confusing. So what will happen if I select the second option?
So like this won't allow you to delete the relationship record.
Relationship record. Can you be clear? Which one it will not allowed? Well, a child or parent?
Parent.
Ah. So when I try to delete the parent, it will say, "Hey boss, you are killing a parent. It has a small child. Why are you killing the parent? Leave it now." Like that it will say, right?
Yeah.
But if you select the first option, what will happen now? Tell me. It will simply delete the parent, but the child value, right? The
Mm-hmm.
parent value in the child record will be empty. Clear?
Okay.
Done. And look at the second part of the sentence. It says you cannot choose this option if you make this field required. Make this field required, it will automatically be grayed out. See why? Because when it is mandatory, there is no chance of uh,
Delete.
deleting it, right? It will automatically, the second thing will be checked. The second radio button will become mandatory also. It will be auto checked. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Clear? Now click on save.
So do I want to make it required?
No need, let it be, let it be. It will save our like while using data import and export, right? We'll have to provide the values in Excel sheet mandatorily. Don't make a lot of mandatory values. It will kind of going forward. We'll have to create quick records. We'll be testing a lot of things. So
Mm-hmm.
if there are 10 mandatory fields, right, you will take 20 minutes to create one record. So I'm a BP patient and sugar patient, so I don't want that.
Okay.
Now let's talk about our this thing restaurant we have done, right? So now go and select one restaurant record, okay, in your child record. I think we are past our time. We'll finish with this, and tomorrow we'll talk about referential formulas. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.